Good morning. My name is Jason Johnson, and I'm with Focus Counseling and Therapy in Daphne. Question I always get: why can't I change, or why can't he or she change? Simple answer is to that is that it's almost impossible to do so. One of the reasons is because we are an accumulation of lifetime experiences, in addition to a mesh of genetics, a mesh of environmental variables. We got familial units. We have an environment around us. We have a lot of things that have gotten us to where we are today. If you are an individual and there are things you wish to change about yourself, and you wonder why it's a challenge, it's because it is. Because you're trying to unlearn or change your behavior that has been probably well reinforced over time. That's where a therapist comes into play because they have the tools, they have the techniques to help you undo that mesh and develop new behaviors, new cognitions, or the way that you think. So, how do you change? How do I change? The quick answer is no, you can't. The long term is yes, you can, but it takes work. Now, in relationships, pretty much everything's a relationship. I've yet to meet anybody, even though I work with people one on one usually, I've never met anybody within a vacuum. They almost always exist in a relationship. And this is an example of what I will hear. Why doesn't this person stop yelling or acting this way? Where somebody comes in and they're upset about something, and this person gets upset about something. And remember, both of them are products of their environment, products of their thoughts, things that they learn, things that they have naturally responded to. Usually, when we're yelled at, we'll yell back, and a dance kind of occurs. And what you'll see is somebody learns how to break the cycle where this person's yelling, so this person disengages. And very often, what you'll see is that the conflict that arose will usually not escalate. If anything, it'll de escalate. So they're saying, okay, why can't they change? Well, why can't they change? Because you can't change them. There's nothing you can do to make somebody change. But here's the key: you can influence people to modify their behaviors. Because remember, we are very much respond to what goes on around us. A lot of times, the way it works is that we have thoughts about what's going on that elicits an emotion, which will elicit an action. So when somebody learns how to manage conflict better, they can have an influence on those around them. And the neat thing about that as a therapist is I have seen that work multiple times, and I've seen relationships work multiple times. I have seen individuals who are stuck in these routines and and these meshes of behaviors and thoughts that have been developed over a lifetime slowly come apart and develop new ones and improve and develop individually. So, why can't I change? Why can't they change? The answer is they can't. It has to be an effort. That's why therapy does and can work. Now, it's interesting. One of the number one predictors of whether or not therapy is going to work for you or not is really not necessarily the technique or the school of thought of therapist you go to. It is going to be whether or not you like your therapist, because then you will trust them, be open with them, talk to them, and understand that it is a safe environment. If you would like to know more about this topic, I know this is very basic. You can go to my website at jjohnsoncounseling.com, or you can call me at 251 307-5778. And I would love to hear your feedback or answer any questions that you may have. So once again, my name is Jason, and I hope you have a good Monday.